sexual intelligence. It's about information, body awareness, emotional skills, acceptance, all of that stuff. That's how the article defined it.
Okay, so there's no age range with this. There's no category.
Well, no, there is. Yeah, there is, but they're different categories. So they're saying the sexual intelligence is useful in different ways and different times of our lives. So it was explaining how in your 20s, it's about exploring your sexual world and kind of finding your way through it. They say in your 30s, it's about bonding with self and being accepting of the things that turn you on sexually, but also bonding with a partner and establishing like a sexual rhythm. They say that in your 40s, it's about tolerating and and adapting to change. They say that in your 50s, this is what they said. I'm not in my 50s. I'm not near there yet. So I don't know if this is true, but I don't know if I agree with how they stated it. They said that in your 50s, it's about saying goodbye to youthful sex. And I don't know what youthful sex is, because even in my 20s and 30s, not in my 20s, but in my 30s, I dated somebody who was he was only like 51. And he was fine in every way, physically, sexually, so I don't know what they mean by that. I think that it's a case-by-case thing. But I don't like that they generalize that, saying say goodbye to youthful sex, because what the hell is youthful sex? So, I mean, who knows? But then they say that in their 60s, they said that it's beyond it's about creating a new sexual style. So I can't speak on those brackets, but I don't know. I mean, like I said, I've dealt with someone who was in their 50s. And the guy, when I met him, he was 51. And we dealt with each other for 3 years. And there was no issue with him. He ate healthy. He lived healthy. And sex was amazing. So, you know what I mean? I don't know if I agree with that, or if that even others in their 50s would agree with that. So who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Because that number is all over the place. So I guess it all goes back to the person. Where you're at. Mentally or spiritually.
Yeah. I mean, they broke it down in the age bracket, but I agree with you. I think it depends on the person, because I don't think that everybody in their 50s can't still have sex the way they did in their 30s. I don't know if that's true. I don't
know. I'm not 50, so I can't even contest to that.
No, me neither. But I dealt with a 50-year-old, and he was fine. I never even made me think of his age at all.
Okay. And that's probably how, not knowing their relationship, because I don't know their relationship, but just hypothetically speaking, maybe Layla and her youthful boyfriend or whatever, youthful boyfriend, maybe they have a certain type of bond, a connection that she doesn't even see how young he is. Maybe he's mentally fully mature to the age, mentally age of dealing with her and understanding her body or talking to her a certain way.
Maybe he's sexually intelligent. Yeah, maybe he's sexually intelligent.
Maybe, you know what I mean?
And maybe he makes her laugh. Right, maybe he makes her laugh. They have good sex, and she don't really care about all the other stuff. Who knows? I don't know. And like I said, I don't even know if they're still together. But, it was a good comparison. Yeah, it was a good comparison. But, yeah, I don't know. So I think that, or do you feel like their definition of sexual intelligence, information, emotional skill, body awareness, open-mindedness, do you feel like you are sexually intelligent?
Me personally?
Yeah.
If you put it in categories, yes. if you didn't give me a category to identify, if you didn't give me a term to identify how I was feeling, then I probably would say, I don't know what you're talking about. But when you give me definitions of the terms used, then I can compartmentalize what it is that you're talking about, and I can relate to it. So, yeah, I think I am. You know what I'm saying? Well, I know I am because I take the time out to figure that person out. You know?
Well, it's about knowing yourself too, because it's about emotional skill. It's about being open-minded about not only your sexual. Not only about other people's or your partners, but they say it's about being open-minded about sexual. Acts and pleasures and fetishes, period. It doesn't even have to be your thing. But they say sexual intelligence is about open-mindedness as well. Like, for example, I have friends who are polyamorous. I have friends who are swingers. And I have friends who aren't swingers or polyamorous, but they have regular threesomes. It's not my thing. Like, none of those are my thing, but I don't sit back like, ugh. You know what I mean? Like, they talk, we all talk. We have open conversations around the table, and you know what I mean? And they share their experiences, and I'm appreciative for them, being who they are and being honest and open about being genuine. And they share their experiences. So, you know what I mean? That's part of sexual intelligence as well.
Yeah,
being
that shit is not my
other
thing.
people's stuff.
I mean,
yeah,
some of that shit is not my thing, but I understand what people perception may be and what they want and how they want to feel. So, I mean, you do that. I understand it. I'm not going to knock it, but that's not me. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather do it this way or that way. So once again, as the article is saying, or as you said, just defining who you are and what you like, having an open mind about it. And then
about other people,
right. And then you're able to move forward into thinking about what other people may think or what their conversation is, or it's so it can go anywhere though. It could be one day you're like, yeah, I'm into it. Next day it's like, I'm not into it, and your partner's into it. Like, for instance, I know this young lady, she's married, and her husband likes for her to role play. Like, role play to the point of, role play is gone to the point of no return type of role play, like shit. Like,
like, what do you mean?
Shit that she had to get adapted to. It's like, what do you call that? That type of bondage sexual activity. What do you call that shit?
That's not role play. That is, that's called SDM. It's theta. It's bondage, basically. The down version. Bondage.
Right. But he wants to go to the extreme with it. I mean, it's good to tie somebody up every now and then.
Like what? Like, explain though, because it's such a broad.
I guess I don't know. Whatever the porn shit is. I mean, I guess it's basically like tying your ass up. Let me whip you with this whip and gag your mouth and, let me pee on you and shit like that. I mean, it's just crazy shit that's so left field.
Well, that's what I was saying. Okay, but see, that sounds like a lack of sexual intelligence because though it's not your thing, it doesn't mean that I would necessarily. Now, I know people that like to be peed on. I don't want to pee on them. I don't want to be peed on.
I don't.
But I'm not knocking their pleasures. I'm talking about legal shit now. Disclaimer, we're not talking about anything illegal. Like,
nobody.
Yeah, we're not talking about pedophiles and rapists and sex offenders. We're not. Right. We're speaking on consensual adults. That's about it. But no, I mean, it's so many. That's a broad fetish. The whole sadomasochistic bondage, because it's like a long acronym. So that's why I'm kind of getting tongue-tied on it. But that's it's a broad thing. Because, I like dominant men. I like dominant sex. I like to be tied up. Oh, don't piss on me. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, Don't do all of that. But, but that, again, that goes under the umbrella of sexual intelligence because it's about emotional skill. It's about being open to your partner's pleasures and being aware of your pleasures. But also, they said it's about conversation. It's about being comfortable with having open conversations about sex. And I've met people who are, but they're real, skittish when it comes to talking about anything intimate, including sex. And I'm like, aren't you fucking? Like, why are you afraid to talk about sex and actually say sex and actually even use the F word? Okay, sure. But, people are so afraid,
Yeah, I mean, so
that's not role-playing. It sounds like her husband is into bondage and has a fetish, and she is not into it, which it makes me think, because that's not something that just was sprung upon him, so it makes me think, how deep did your conversations about sex and pleasures and, all the things that you were really into go before y'all even really got deep into your relationship?
Right. I mean, I can't have nobody peeing on me. We not having that type of party. We're not doing that. So I'm.
Oh, I lied, and I said I haven't peed on somebody before. Yes, I have, but it wasn't. It wasn't purposely. It wasn't purposely. I had to pee. We didn't stop, and it started coming out, and he did not make he wasn't like, oh my God. I mean, I did get up and go pee, but it happened. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't like, oh my God. Thank God we were on vacation in a hotel, and we had 2 beds in the hotel room because the bed was fucked up after that. And he was like, oh my God, he was like, yuck, we got to switch beds.
Oh my gracious. See, right there, this motherfucker said, I got to pee. We stopped it. Go ahead, pee, come back.
I was like, hold up. I was like, wait, I think I got to pee. And so he was like, no, keep going. And he was about to come. And so we kept going,
Oh my!
And then I was like, no, I really got to pee. And I started pissing. And so I got it. He was like, oh shit. He was like, are you really fucking peeing on me?
Damn. Mm-hmm.
I wish he's told this story before. I wish we could call him.
Oh my gracious. That shit is.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. It is what right. Until you're in the moment, it sounds crazy. You're like, oh shit. But until you're in the moment, you just kind of like, you know what? Fuck it. You just go get in the shower. But that's because that's what he did. We just got in the shower. We both got in the shower because I had piss running down my leg. But
I'm glad you guys washed.
We washed it off. Yeah.
Yeah, I just, I'm not, I don't know what to say about that. That's kind of.
Oh, okay, but you know what?
That's new to me. I was just, that's some new shit I just heard from you, so I'm trying to dissect it and
Oh God, really? Oh, come on.
Come on, what? What are you talking about?
Really? You gotta dissect that. You lived 45 years in this life. Really? That's shocking.
I know it's not shocking. It's not shocking.
You still got a long way to go in life. So my friend, oh my God, I almost said his name. So
and you know what?
The 50-year-old.
Huh?
That was the 50-year-old. This is a true story. Remember I told you the 50-year-old was dealing with? So, true story. He was telling me that so he would go back and forth to Baltimore for business, and his friend his real close friend he grew up with had a real estate office in Baltimore, and they used to all, just kind of sit around